Hey, good afternoon. Well, good evening, I should say, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's program. My name is Kendall Moore. I'm with the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, and I have the pleasure of being joined by a tremendous sister, Sister Ya, from the Chicago Department of Public Health. And I know you're very familiar with Sister Ya because she also has her program here at CAN TV. Again, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your evening to discuss topics relative to HIV and AIDS. I've asked Sister Ya to join me today. One, because she's absolutely brilliant. Two, she's in the community and really doing the work on behalf of the people to save our community. So with that being stated, Sister Ya, thank you again so much for being here.
Thank you, Kendall. It's been a while. And just so we're clear, the public health job is the gig. The real passion is tax, the Association of Clinical Trial Services. But being a community epidemiologist, I just want to make sure that we're always bringing the science to the people. So that's why I stick with the AIDS Healthcare Foundation and making sure, even outside of the job, we're connecting with the community together.
Absolutely, folks, and we certainly we invite you to give us a call here if you have any questions during the course of today's program at 312-738-1060. Sister Ya, let me begin first by asking a brief overview, and I don't want to waste a lot of time, but some folks just need to know a brief overview of where we are relative to the state of HIV and AIDS as it relates to communities of color.
Excellent question, because I get that one all the time. Let me just reframe a little bit. So guess what, people? I want you all to call in, but we should be, and including this station, needs to be moving away from the terms AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Even AIDS.gov has now announced they will no longer be using AIDS.gov. It's going to go to HIV.gov.
Oh, wow.
So what's going on is we're no longer using the terminology of AIDS. And I know it says call in live with AIDS. I'm one of those people who have already petitioned that we change that name. Now, what it becomes, we can dialogue about that. But even the show that I do, I no longer will let them say AIDS call in live. It's something else.
Sister Ya, tell me why. Tell me, and you're very passionate about that. Tell me why what's connected to it that
Right.
it does need to be changed.
So what's really happening is the number of AIDS cases are going down. That's what's happening. In other words, even though people are still getting HIV, even though the number of HIV cases in the city of Chicago has gone down. We've had at least a percent drop from 1,000 new cases to this year. We only had 920 plus cases. So that's HIV. The number of AIDS cases has dropped even more tremendously. We don't have a lot of AIDS cases that we're counting anymore. We're down from 300 to less than almost 200, 100. And that means that people aren't, even with HIV, getting an AIDS diagnosis. So even us, Chicago, the feds, the AIDS.gov, all of them are all changing. And we're not going to only be speaking about HIV.
You know, I know we're folks. I know we're a little bit tardy today, and we're running out of time. Sister Ya, I want to just go on record and ask that you do come back and join us.
Yes.
The next time around, and I want to, just say that you're talking about something right now because that needs to continuously be discussed and talked about.
Well, we're definitely going to have more, and in fact, I didn't get a chance to tell you all about it, but we will be showing at TPAN, and we want you all to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
Where women who identify as women are going to come in. This is going to be May 10th, so guess what, you all? This is Women's HIV AIDS Awareness Month.
Yep.
Today is March 1st. March 10th is the day that everybody's going to be giving that acknowledgement. We're going to be at TPAN. If you want more information, call this number or call the AIDS Healthcare Foundation. Call them directly. They have this information that you can see with the overhead on May 10th. Any woman that identifies as a woman, please come out. It's going to be free. Mac is going to be doing some makeovers.
Oh, fantastic.
We got some sponsors we ain't going to talk about, but more importantly, I'm going to be there, and we're going to be discussing where women are going with HIV, and guess where we're going? We're bringing them numbers down, and we're getting our health care up.
Folks, I want to make sure that I do leave you with the information for our facilities. AHF, we are in Chicago, and we are located at 2 different locations. The first location is 2600 South on Michigan Avenue, lower level D. That's the suite. Again, that's 2600 South on Michigan, lower level D. And we provide comprehensive HIV services. To cut the AIDS part off.
That's right.
Comprehensive
HIV infections.
And
Yes.
And so, just very quickly, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we're at 2600 South on Michigan from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. On Mondays and Thursdays at 2600 South Michigan, from 4 o'clock until 8 p.m., we run a wellness clinic. So we run free testing for all STIs. Those are sexually transmitted infections.
And I got to insert real quick, you got a new doctor that's at you all's clinic.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. She's one of the few providers in the city of Chicago that can treat for HIV plus other infectious diseases like hepatitis and STIs. So we want to encourage you. Good things are happening. We're moving forward. We got women that's on board and black women that's on board. We're making it happen.
All right, well, folks, we're getting the wrap-up sound right now. Again, tremendous apologies for the delay today. The Chicago traffic is raining outside. It's horrible.
And it's snowing.
And all of that. And just last week, Sister Ya, we were,
It's
folks were out,
70.
people out there with shorts on and
Thinking
flip-flops.
about getting my feet done.
Listen, give us a call at AHF. Our number directly is 312-881-3050. You can schedule an appointment. You can come in for free HIV testing, and as well as on Mondays and Thursdays, 2600 South on Michigan. You can also come in for free STI screenings, and we treat on site. So we don't send it out and you got to come back.
What more can you ask for?
Immediate access.
Right.
All right.
There's no excuses. Get tested, know your status, make it happen.
All right. Well, folks, thanks again for joining us. We will see you next week. Sister Ya, I appreciate you being here. And we're going to have you back next month. How about that? Any information? You got contact information you would like to
Well, you know what I'm going to tell you. What I'm going to defer back to AIDS Healthcare Foundation. You can always find me there.
I can get you to it.
You can Google me, Sister Ya. But more importantly, we just want you all to stay in contact with us. We got all these events. May 10th, come out and holler at your girl. And we're going to keep it moving.
Okay. Well, until next time, I think that's it.
All right.